For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 11 of the 4th season here in the Career Mode RTG. It's Boxing Day. It's the day before Christmas and we have a game at home against Burnley. We follow that up with an extremely big game away from home at Old Trafford against Manchester United. And then just 2 days after that, on New Year's Eve, we face Everton at home again in the final game before the transfer window begins. And we have a game against Reading at home in the FA Cup that's now been drawn. And weirdly, it's been drawn a full 2 weeks into the transfer window. Normally, the FA Cup third round is within the first 3 or 4 days of the new season. But for some reason, it's been scheduled back here on the 12th. So not the obvious place for it to be put. I was hoping it would be put kind of in these opening few days so we could kind of play the game and give you guys a little bit more time to give me transfer suggestions. But never mind, we'll be heading into the transfer window in tomorrow's episode then. And hopefully we can get there in good form. We are currently in okay form. We picked up a defeat against, was it Liverpool, I think, in yesterday's episode? Yeah, I think I lost, was it 3-1 in the end to Liverpool? I think we lost to Liverpool by 3-1, and then we came back and beat Swansea, didn't we? We just cast my... Yeah, we won 4-0 against Swansea, but lost 3-1 to Liverpool after winning 3-1 against Newcastle. So, form is up and down at present. Hopefully, though, with a good result against Burnley, we can put ourselves back towards the top of the table. In fact, we have a game in hand on Arsenal, who are trying to stay above us for now. But if we win our game in hand, we will go... And this is the game in hand, actually. And Burnley have got 9 points from the opening 15 games. So, I'd like to think we'll get a win here. Manchester United, however, are 5th, so they'll be closing the gap on us, and Everton are 3rd. So, really important games today against 2 other sides that are playing fantastic football so far this season and having a good year. Burnley aren't having a good year, and we'll try and just capitalise on that, I suppose. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. Continue to give me your transfer suggestions in the comment section down below, and I will take them on board once we hit the window. But for now, we'll concentrate on Burnley. Free kick lofted forward. Loftus-Cheek nods that down to Navarrete. Lozano knocks it... Oh, that was meant for Loftus-Cheek. Never mind. We'll play it to Loftus-Cheek this time around. And try and turn inside the defender, which we've done well. Lay that in there. No! Ben Mee gets in the way. This has been such a frustrating first half so far. Burnley have done that to me so many times. I get to the point of playing a final ball and I either misplace the pass or they get a wonderfully timed interception and it costs me the move. They've not really threatened too much going the other way, but to this point I haven't been able to break them down. And they're kind of playing a high pressure game when I get this close to the edge of their area as well. And get it through there to Lozano. He's turned well. Lozano 1-0. As soon as I start saying, oh, I can't get through their defensive line, we get in behind with Lozano. Great turn, good strength to hold off the man, and he buries it as well. I need to check his morale, actually, Lozano. I don't know whether he's still homesick or not, but it's a great turn and a very, very good finish into that bottom corner. Pleased with that. Cambridge 1, Burnley 0. Osorio with a big switch and a decent switch as well into George Boyd. It's around the outside of the defender and he's slotted it in, and that's a good save by the keeper, but it's dropped free. Hennings. I just could not get that away. Oh, he slid that home. Burnley have equalised just 5 minutes after we take the lead. So nothing happens for half an hour, and then bang, 2 goals, one at either end. I shouldn't have committed there with Roussillon, that's my fault. Poor defending from me again. 1-1 against Burnley. We'll have to go and get ourselves the lead again. Greco into Benyat, across to Halliday. Jedos is making the move. Play him in, cut inside nicely. Navarrete could go for the 1-2. Oh, I didn't see the back heel coming, but never mind. It was decently done. Navarrete with a shot. There was a lot of movement in that, but unfortunately, it was too high, so it was over the bar. To 4. Into the middle to Hennings. That's a heavy touch, and we will get it back. We'll work it around well, but unfortunately, they've been following me well all game. Everybody's been shadowed really well by a defender. I think they're man marking, and it's working really well. Jedos, get it back there to Greco. It's Halliday into Lozano. It was meant for Benyat, but it tried to play it to Lozano for some reason, and Lozano was offside, so it's just as well they cleared it. Otherwise, We wouldn't have the ball back now because they'd have had a free kick. Nice little knock around the corner by Lozano to Navarrete. And the acceleration has worked wonders. And the only thing missing was a finish. I was 97% sure that he was going to bury that in the back of the net. That acceleration, just absolutely brilliant. And then the finish is left wanting. It's curling back towards the goal, but he should have buried that. He should have finished that. Here's Cabasele. Cross there to Bassetti. Nice tackle by Davinson Sanchez. Right, counter-attack. Cedos. Keep making those runs. Lozano's there. I feel kind of pinned in here. I'm going to go back to Hernan and quickly across there into Bia. Loftus-Cheek, just keep it away from them. Squeeze that there, looking for Navarrete into Bia with the early shot. Oh, that was dipping, but unfortunately dipping from too great a height. Not been on it here, this one against Burnley. Is either they've defended very well or I'm just not playing good football. If it's the latter, then I'm slightly concerned about the games coming up against Manchester United and Everton. If it's the former, if it's just Burnley defending very well, then I still fancy our chances in the other two games of the episode. But we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Hernan could turn inside there. Lozano's got a bit of space, but can he work some more? Work. Oh, the angle for the shot, but again, over the top of the bar. I can't seem to keep my shots down for some reason. Not entirely too sure why, but I think that's going to be the main factor in us losing this game. The fact that I've just not been accurate enough with my efforts. So it's a point against bottom of the league Burnley. Exactly what we were looking for from that tie. 5 efforts, only 1 on target, and that was the goal. Not good enough. Man United next. Great news. By playing him every single week and improving his goal-scoring record, we've been able to convince Anthony Lozano to stay. He wants to thank me for remaining patient with him and giving him my support. Obviously, just playing him every week. And now he feels as if this is his new home. It's taken him 2.5 years for that to happen, but Lozano is staying. That's fantastic. We are top of the league now on goal difference ahead of Arsenal. But up next are Manchester United and Everton. 2 huge games. Hernan tackles the Man United man in the middle, and Lozano will get it to Joel Osoro. He's got the legs to get away here, and the early shot is a good save by David De Gea down low. Didn't recognise the name of the man in the middle, to be honest. I don't know. I didn't check, actually, to see what sort of team they're putting out here against me. Obviously, Liverpool and Man City played weakened sides. Got De Gea, Shaw as a full-strength backline. Martial, Gray, Eboué, Mkhitaryan, Pereira, Wilson. The front 6 aren't necessarily as strong as they could be, but it's still a decent-ish Manchester United team. They're not necessarily taking us for granted, but unfortunately, despite 2 opening efforts after 5 minutes, we haven't been able to take the lead. We lost last time we played Manchester United as well. We've played them twice so far. No, we beat Manchester United the last time we played them, didn't we? We beat Man United to get to the next round of the FA Cup to then lose to Arsenal. We've played Man United twice in this series so far, and we lost to them on penalties and then FA Cup semi-final in Season 1. And then Season 2, maybe in Season 3, we beat them in the FA Cup. Unless we faced them in all 3 seasons, I genuinely can't remember, to be honest. Every year tends to blur into each other when you play so many seasons in career mode, as I'm sure many of you can relate. But I just want to try and deny them that corner if I can, and we have been able to do so. I'm just going to get rid of it, though. So, end-to-end stuff for the opening 10-15 minutes or so. We've had 2 chances. They've tried to work their opening one, but as of yet, haven't been able to take it. And Lozano just couldn't get that under control before Luke Shaw got there. Pereira. Oh, I can't get to him. There's Eboué Kouassi out wide to Mkhitaryan. It's his ability on the ball that worries me in this game. He's definitely going to be their most creative player, and he's torn Roussillon a new one there, and that's going to drop for James Wilson, though we have been able to work it away. That was a very lucky opening effort for Manchester United there. I've just seen how much space Greco's got out here, and if I can get the weight a pass right here, could have gotten a Soro in, but unfortunately I wasn't quite able to do so. Benyat's done well to recover possession there. We'll actually go back to him, and then through the gap there to Hernan. Actually, try and come back this way, but Mkhitaryan's got a foot in. Bit of a stalemate so far in this one. Chances seem to be coming, but nothing clear-cut really as of yet. Lozano in there to Alessandrini, and there's the run from Joel Osoro. This surely has to be 1-0. Joel, come on, mate. You are so much better than that. I wanted to finesse that with his right foot into this bottom right-hand corner, and he's run around the ball to take it on his weak foot. What are you doing? I don't understand why he's done that. That surely should have been 1-0. Lovely ball through to him. Great run, but terrible finish. Luke Shaw back there to Morgan Schneidlin, who's come on at half-time. There's space there for Abue, but we've been able to get a block in, thankfully. Man United open the second half up with a good opportunity there, and I'll poke that around the corner, but Bailly with a great tackle, just able to cut it out before we set Joel Asoro galloping in behind. No. Great. That cross from Mkhitaryan on the far side, I was like, where's that going? And then Luke Shaw arrives, hits it first time back into the box, and Martial's on his own. I don't know what sort of attempted tackle that was from Davinson Sanchez, but Martial makes Man United 1, Cambridge United 0. Jose Mourinho is going mad on the sideline. He's clearly happy. I, however, am not. Pereira back to Schneidlin. Oh no. Nice little 1-2 with a man in the middle. Morgan Schneidlin pushing forward, but Alessandrini tracks back well. Hannon will look for Greco. In there to Lozano to Asoro. Took it first time there rather than actually taking it, rather than letting it run, sorry, but never mind. Greco through to Asoro. He'll have the pace to get there. Now Greco needs to cut back inside, which is exactly what he's done, but his legs are too short. He couldn't get there. That was a brilliant move, but unfortunately, Greco stretched as long as those tiny little legs would go, but they just weren't quite long enough. Oh, and Benyak didn't have the pace to get to that. Here's James Wilson back to Luke Shaw. Oh, he's done me there. Oh, committed but couldn't get there. Alessandrini pokes that behind. Is that a corner or a throw-in? It's just a throw-in here for Manchester United. Right by the corner flag. Martial will get it back there to Pereira. Halliday will run into him. Hopefully no foul is given there, and it wasn't, so we'll work it away. Trying desperately to get myself an equaliser here. We'll look through there for Asoro. It's a terrible pass though. Just haven't been able to. Just not been playing good football in today's episode at all. Clearly, it was the question we asked in the Burnley game, whether it was them defending well or me just not playing very well. It was clearly me just not playing very well that was the reason why we only drew against Burnley, and that's kind of the reason why we're 1-0 down here at Old Trafford. Although Man United haven't been too spectacular themselves. Joel Asoro could make the right run here. He came short, and that's not what I wanted him to do. That's going to drop free for Benyat. Out to Halliday. Quickly back to Benyat. I'll go through that gap. No, Schneidlin cuts it out, but Benyat gets it back again. Through that gap. Asoro. Good touch and turn. Joel Asoro. Oh, no. Lozano threw himself at it, but couldn't get there. Man United are going to clear it. 17 minutes to go. Hernan across to Roussillon. Back to Greco. Into Hernan. There's a little bit of space there for Benyat. Asoro didn't make the run I was hoping he would do there. Benyat's turned well, and he's found Asoro, and I'll go through there. It was meant for Alessandrini, but Smalling cuts it out again. He's been so difficult to play against, Chris Smalling. He and Bailly are so good at the back. Asoro can get this across here to Lozano, though, but Schneidlin slides in to get it away. Trying my best to get this equaliser, but I cannot find a way past their defence. Hernan would... I can't find past their midfield at this rate either. Paul Pogba's come on as a substitute and immediately involved by getting a tackle in there. Pereira in here to Schneidlin, who thankfully can't shoot to save his life. 10 minutes to go. Free kick in a strange position here. I'm not really too sure where to put it. I'll try and aim it towards the back post area, and we'll see what happens. There could be someone underneath this. Unfortunately, that someone is Eric Bailly, but it's going to go out for a throw-in in that corner. We'll see if we can pin them in. Why Jake Clark-Salter is taking the throw-in, I'm not entirely too sure, but we've gotten it to Jamie McLaren there. Pull that back there to Roussillon. Work himself some space by just backing away. Hernan there into Bia. Tackled by Shaw. Schneidlin away. Pogba tackled though. Hit Jamie McLaren. We've gotten that in there to Bia, who's off the bench and comes that close to equalising for us. David De Gea has made 2 or 3 really good saves in this game so far. That's looping towards goal. Oh, it's going to drop to McLaren, but he gets tackled by Mkhitaryan before he can get the shot off. So frustrating, this game. Both this one and the one against Burnley. I've had more chances on target in this game than we did against Burnley. Unfortunately, they've just got a world-class keeper in between the sticks. But even with the half chances again in this game, I just haven't quite been able to get this shot off before a defender has been able to get a foot in. Asoro across here to Luke Berry though. Pokes that around the corner, but Jamie McLaren ran the wrong side of Chris Smalling. Just knocked that back there to ensure we keep possession. And on to Berry. Berry, that was meant for McLaren, and it's gone towards Bia, and we've lost possession. And there's not long left now. Stoppage time is what we're in. Bia to Berry. Skips away. McLaren is in, but he's got Bailly with him. I don't know why he backheeled it. Oh, and to turn and pass. His defeat against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Two extremely frustrating games to have played in those two. I'm hoping for better against Everton, but there's only a 2-day break. Everton just lost by 3-0 to Middlesbrough, which is massive, considering Everton are right behind us. So the fact that they've lost as well as us losing is huge. Arsenal, unfortunately, have won their game by 2-0 away from home against Swansea. So as we head into this game in just 48 hours' time against Everton, we've dropped to second. We are a point ahead of Manchester United and Everton, and 3 points ahead of Chelsea, 4 points ahead of West Ham. 3 points now behind Arsenal, although our goal difference is better. We'll try and bounce back with a win here at home against Everton, because we could very much do with picking up those 3 points if possible. So far, it's been disappointing, but if we're able to get a win here, then 4 points from these 3 games isn't the worst in the world. Loftus-Cheek over the top towards Bia. I may have overplayed that, but no, we've done well to keep it in. Gieselman back to Bailly right and then given straight to Gerard Deulofeu. That was a very poor pass. James McCarthy in possession here. I thought Loftus-Cheek might have been able to sneak in there, but couldn't. Everton are actually playing a strong side here, so this, again, won't be an easy game, unfortunately. The past 2 have been particularly frustrating in the manner in which they've gone. I'm hoping to be slightly better in this one, but I'm playing obviously a rotated side from the one that played against Manchester United, because it was only 48 hours after the previous game, so everybody that played in that one is absolutely shattered. Jamie McLaren, as you can see top left, that they're talking about in commentary now, is getting a start here for the first time in a very long time actually, and Gieselman didn't actually lock onto the ball there for a moment and actually started to run away from it. Thankfully I was able to correct myself and run back towards it. Zedos will get this into Jamie McLaren here, and couldn't get out of his feet quickly enough before getting tackled. That was the situation for the majority of the game between Man United and Burnley as well. So I hope... No, Deulofeu's footwork's great. Fantastic block from Bailly right. Really good stop there to stop Everton taking the lead after 11 minutes. Leighton Baines is going to pull this back to Jags on the edge of the box. A lovely little 1-2. Slotted him in nicely. Get the tackle in and then just get the ball away from the danger zone is the most important thing in that situation. 12, 13 minutes in. Still 0-0. Zic trying to tackle him, but there was no sort of technique there from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's Oumar Niasse, tackled by Elliot Bennett. Counter-attack opportunity here. That was an awful challenge, so the referee didn't even acknowledge as a foul. That was an absolute chop from behind there. I was fully expecting Niasse to actually get himself in quite a bit of trouble there. I was waiting for a foul and a red card, if I'm being completely honest. But the referee just didn't even see anything wrong with it. Absolutely nailed me from behind, but nothing given. Everton should be down to 10 men, in my opinion. What's the betting Oumar Niasse now scores the winner later on in the game? Well, they give that straight to Jamie McLaren and whip it from the edge. That's not gone too well. Zedos tackled by Baines and McCarthy clears. Deulofeu pulls that back there. Bia intercepts. Quickly get this to Jamie McLaren. Pull that back there to Luke Berry. Look for McLaren again. Help it on to Navarrete if I can. And shoot! What a tackle from Brendan Galloway. Navarrete has gone down hurt. Hopefully he'll be alright to get back up. I'm just keeping an eye on the minimap. Doesn't seem to be moving yet. It seems Lino Navarrete is actually quite badly hurt from that challenge from Brendan Galloway. It was very forceful. And he's still on the floor. Not up after a few moments. No, now he's up. That shot was at Cooper, so it was a comfortable save. And Navarrete is getting himself back towards the play now. So at least he's back on his feet. Hopefully he's alright. Bia's actually made a great run here, and that's a lovely ball by Ruben Loftus-Cheek to ping that into him. I'm going to try and turn inside here and then snap the shot away, and Jeffrey Bia scores a very, very good goal. The ball from Ruben Loftus-Cheek was beautiful, and the finish from Jeffrey Bia was just as good. Turning inside Phil Jagielka and then just letting rip into that bottom corner. 1-0 Cambridge. Very, very good start. Joel Mason inside there to Navarrete. Loftus-Cheek was running and pointing for it, and Jamie McLaren wants to get in behind. I've lofted it towards him. He's up against Funes Mori, and he's come away with the ball. He just managed to keep it in play. Pulled back to Gieselman there. I can't resist. I've got to. Oh! And it wasn't too far away from Gieselman either. Decent attempt there. Unfortunately, couldn't quite keep the shot down. He cut across it. You can see it's bending away and dipping, but just didn't quite dip in time. Dost into Deulofeu. somehow turns away from the defender. Coleman with a 1-2. Gieselman just gets there to cut it out. Berry probably won't win this header because he's not that tall, and it's been knocked back down here to Seamus Coleman. Back to Mohamed Besic, who could shoot here from the edge of the box and has done, and smacks the post. That is most definitely the closest that Everton have come to an equaliser. 20 minutes from time. Our 1-0 lead for now is still intact, but they're getting dangerously close to getting that equaliser. Nice ball through. Very good ball through. Kevin Morales in behind. Back there to Galloway. Tackled well. Here's Emery Moore. Jamie McLaren is in behind here. Can I get there before the keeper? The answer is yes. He's not even bothered to come and get it. All right, well, I'll just slot it home then. 2-0 Cambridge. Why did the keeper not come for that? He could easily have beaten Jamie McLaren to that ball. If he'd have just started coming out of his side, he just stayed there. Motionless, Mateus. I didn't even catch up with the ball till I was nearly at the penalty spot. Suicidal from Everton, and it's going to cost them all 3 points here. They just didn't have that killer instinct in this game going forward, and nervy at the back. If they've played like this all season long, it's a wonder why they are where they are in the league. Although, to be fair, the way I played against Burnley and Manchester United, it's perhaps a wonder why I am where I am in the league so far this year. So I can't necessarily be too harsh on them. That's a good ball over the top for Morales to chase. Joel Mason isn't the quickest, but he's fast enough to get there. But Morales is fast enough to take it off his toes, and Deulofeu brings Everton immediately back into it. 2-1. It's just as well we got that second goal, isn't it? A goal at either end in the space of, what, a couple of minutes from each other? I'm not sure. Deulofeu in the 87th. Well, now we're holding on to a 1-goal lead again. That got a little bit hectic, didn't it, right at the end? There goes the final whistle. Despite Everton's brief fight back there immediately after we took a 2-0 lead to pull it back to 2-1, we are going to take all 3 points from this one. So 4 points from today's 3 games. Oh, I only had 38% possession in that game. I'm just not playing very well right now. It's the be-all and end-all of it. Arsenal yet to play against Burnley. Manchester United won against Southampton. So it was crucial that we got that win against Everton because that keeps us above them. We will stay second for now. Actually, that might put us top until Arsenal... No, Arsenal played and won by the time we've gotten back to the menus. All right. Well, Arsenal have played and won, and they are 3 points clear. We are a point further clear of Manchester United, and then it's 4 points back to Everton now, and 5 points back... No, 6 points even, back to Chelsea and West Ham. Chelsea must have had a poor result on that particular weekday. I've got 6 emails. Oh, it's the 1st of January. That's why I've got 6 emails. Joel Mason wants to leave. Jamie McLaren wants to leave. So, Jamie McLaren keeps playing well, though, when he comes off the bench. Do I loan him? I'd be open to loaning Jamie McLaren. I'll put him on the loan list. Joel Mason wants to leave, and I'd be quite happy to let him go and to bring in a replacement wing-back, to be honest. Youth Monthly report coming back on Aidan Murphy, and he's still not making much progress. The passing has shot up, short passing, but that's only because I'm training it. The rest is still very, very average. He has the potential to get into the 90s, but I'm just not seeing it at the minute. I'm just not seeing it. So that's where we'll leave today's episode. Tomorrow, I'm not sure whether I'll advance. I might play just the Chelsea game tomorrow and not advance much further because I don't want to waste too much time in this transfer window without being able to take all of your suggestions on board. We'll have to wait and see. I may even do an episode purely laying out transfer targets. In fact, perhaps I will do that. An episode purely laying out transfer targets. Yes, go on then. That's what we'll do. We'll have an episode where we purely look at the players that I'm contemplating looking at in the window, and then you guys can add to that, or I can add to that list with your suggestions once you have seen that video. So drop the video a like for today. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There will have been another episode of something uploaded today. If not, it's coming a little bit later. I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this. I think you'll see this Saturday. So there'll have been a My Player episode uploaded earlier on this afternoon. So check the channel page and check that out. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next